My name's Jodie Herden. My maiden name was Fields, so I'm from the Fields Kim families. I'm a proud Gomeroi woman, born and raised here in Tamworth. So I'm an Aboriginal artist, contemporary artist, and I share my culture through my art practice. Facilitate workshops in the schools. I run workshops in community with youth, with elders, or different people in the community. And I also do lots of murals. I've done quite a few different mural projects around the region, and quite a few other things within community. Yeah. It's not been until recently that I see myself as a business person, or what I do as a business. And this sort of started really organically for me, because I could see that there was a lot of cultural connection missing, especially working in schools. Like, that's my background. I was working in education for 15 years. And I could see that there was a lot of young kids that weren't connected to their culture in some way, or they didn't have their own cultural identity. Yeah, so it was about sharing the culture and getting kids to be able to connect to their cultural heritage and identity through the art making process. That's a big part of what the business started as. And another thing was really hard to see myself as a business, because it's not what I do, it's who I am. It's really hard to explain what I mean by that. It's sort of painting for me, and using my artistic expression it's rooted deep within me. It's not something that I just go to work to do. My cultural heritage and identity forms my business, because I'm sharing the heritage of my people and using it in my business. I need to be very respectful of that and following correct cultural protocols. They're really important. And it sort of can be a bit of a heavy weight at times as well, because a lot of artists can just sort of paint for a pretty scene or a pretty picture, but a lot of the times I'm very conscious of how community would react and how they will benefit from my art practice and my business and what I'm doing within communities. So I'm very respectful and mindful of that. My business purpose and mission is supporting youth and young people. So I'd really love to start up an artist, First Nations artist, a young and upcoming, or not so much young, just like early career stage artists who are a bit unsure about what they need to do, even down to the point of making their own canvases, framing stuff, creating their own mediums and all that. I really love to have like an art co-op. I've only got my own studio in at my place, and I just love it. And I've had a couple of women come out where they've felt either in a domestic violence situation or something, so they'll come out and paint, and what they get from that, they can just sit, they don't have to talk. Just helping and working with women as well. And it's just a longevity to it. I think the number one thing is that self-care, taking time out of the business to actually just give back to yourself, to just fill up your cup again, because without you sort of looking after yourself first, doesn't matter what, the business will suffer for it. So I think that's one. I think I work best under pressure, which sometimes is a good thing and not. Don't ask my husband, because he'll get very annoyed. He's always on my case. But yeah, really good time management. I have learned that that's very productive. And celebrate the wins, even if, no matter how small it is, sort of the fact that because it's a struggle. The business world is a struggle, and being a First Nations artist is a struggle as well at times. So celebrate those small wins. We can sort of bag each other out a bit. We sort of need to get behind each other and support each other a bit more within the communities, and sort of celebrate what we're all doing, because we're all doing the same thing. It's just in whatever different format we're doing it in. So I think that's really important, that we celebrate our peers and support our peers as well within the small business world. Set boundaries, that's a big one for me. Otherwise you'll get burnout, and I've been there before. And I get worried sometimes with the younger generation that they just are overloading themselves with so much stuff, and they feel this pressure, and then they're going to end up burning out. They're just running on empty all the time, and it just comes to a point where they just, that really concerns me, because with social media and all the different aspects of that now, have that sense of professionalism as well with your business. That took me And when I say professional, I'm not talking about being in suits and all that sort of stuff and having a certain look or persona. It's about having open, honest conversations and being on time, doing top, good quality work, providing a service to someone and reaching those outcomes that you said that you would reach. And yeah, I think that's really, really important as well. Just making sure you're on top of things, and yeah, that self-care would be the number one.